Fermentation, you can see it in different perspectives. So, from the food point of view, it's a method of preserving food mostly. So it allowed humans to preserve food in longer periods, and to actually have access to certain kind of foods and nutrients in times of the year that wouldn't be available in nature.
Yeah.
So it actually comes along then with this cultural part and biological part also that has to do with of the planet. And culturally it has to do with also with this ability of keeping foods. And you can see this in almost every or in any culture that you find around the globe. You just remove the outside leaves, and then you cut the cabbage in four parts, and then you remove the heart, and then you start cutting them very thinly, and as thin as you can. And once you have them all shredded, you put it all in a bowl, and you add some salt. So you can consider like 2% salt is a good average of salt. That would be enough. So 2% of the weight of the shredded cabbage, and then you massage. It's like the cabbage loves the massage, so you can massage. And what actually will happen is that the salt in contact with the surface of the cabbage, the shredded cabbage, will make the fluids in the water, the liquids from the cabbage, come out. So the cabbage will become soft, the liquid will accumulate in your bowl, and once you have enough liquid, you just have to grab a jar. You can wash it, or you can even boil it if you want to make sure no contamination is actually going to happen. And then you start putting the shredded and massaged cabbage into the jar. So here the trick is to make sure that no air bubbles are inside. So you have to press it, just press it and put a small amount, press, and then in the end you can have a big leaf that you just kept from the beginning. You put it on top just to seal, and then you cover it with the remaining liquid that came out from the cabbage. And so mostly what's important is to keep the environment without air, like an anaerobic condition is necessary. You put the lid on, and you put it on a plate and just leave it on the river, because it becomes like this mixture of sour and acid, and sometimes it can become also a bit like sweeter, depending on which kind of vegetables you are using. In the red cabbage case, which is the example that we are giving here, it's mostly these sour and acid flavors that will be present. So you can use it obviously just like a side dish. Imagine that you are having a wonderful vegan meal with beans and with some whole grain cereal and some vegetables, and you could add the ferment. It will be amazing to help with the digestion.